So when I was looking for something to do when I was visiting Huntsville, I found the Muscle Shoals music studio. And so I wandered over there. It was about an hour or so from Huntsville. And it's such a small, unassuming building when you first get there. It's like you kind of like blink if you miss you blink and you miss it. This one was a little bit different for me. I haven't really done much music stuff. I've never been in a sound studio before. But they said that I know that this one was, like, really, really famous and has a lot of history and stuff with it. And they do regular tours throughout the day, so the timing just worked perfectly, so it was something that I could fit in just before my flight, so I wandered down there, and I'm really glad I did. It's amazing the amount of history and stuff that's just in this little building. The tour guide was absolutely fantastic, and he had kinda been there, like, on the periphery of the studio for a lot of years, so he was able to kinda give us behind the scenes. Now they don't let you actually video, so unfortunately, this is all gonna be pictures and stuff, but it's just definitely worth a trip. There's just so much history and so many people have come through there. There isn't, like, a ton of things to see because it's such a small building, but it's just the guy just kinda goes through and there's just story after story after story, and it's just really, really fascinating to kinda hear all the different things, like, they talk a lot about the history of the building and how the different artists used to, like, behave and stuff, and they like, different weird, like, little quirks and stuff that they used to do. They talked a lot too about how they had to, like, really wing it and they were using, like, burlap, on the ceiling and, there's, like, styrofoam and stuff on the wall to get better acoustics, and they just figured out how to make it work into something. They also talked a lot about how, unfortunately, the land like, they wanted to buy the studio years ago, and the landlord wouldn't let them, the group that founded the studio, so they ended up moving out, and the building actually was abandoned, and then it became an appliance store for a while, and before this nonprofit bought it to, restore it, and they've just done an absolutely fantastic job, and they said that they got lucky, like, the interior really wasn't that far off, and for some reason, the appliance store saved all the old furniture, so they were able to just really return it to what it was, and it's just I don't know, like, I love kinda history things sometimes, it's just so cool to just think about, like, all the things that have happened in that building, so it was just definitely worth a trip to just get the history and stuff of it and just, definitely worth some time to spend over there. Well, they didn't allow videos, they highly encouraged everybody to take pictures, and so kinda once they finished giving the tour and, like, the description of everything, then they just kinda let you kinda wander around and take whatever pictures and stuff you want, so it was definitely really, really interesting, it was just, like, such a cute little, like, out of the way thing, and I actually really did enjoy it quite a bit. So definitely, if you're into that kind of like music history and stuff, it's definitely worth that trip. It's now actually an active working studio again after all these years. So they were kind of talking about some of the people that are coming in and stuff and actually using it as a recording studio. They even have options to record on old 8-track tapes and stuff, which is just like you can't even like buy those anymore. So it's really kind of cool that they can still manage to do that. The other thing that surprised me an absolute ton is that they said there's, like, 14 music studios just in that one little small town, and it just kinda blows my mind because it's just like I mean, I don't even know if I have one in my town at all, and it just seems like an odd little place to have so many big, huge studios and just to have so many records coming out of because it's really, like, really teeny tiny little, like, place out in the middle of nowhere kinda thing. So it's just really like I said, the whole thing was just really, really interesting. It's wasn't at all what I expected, but I was really glad I went.